Welcome to our journey on innovative teaching methods. Let's take a brief look at the history of teaching methods and how traditional classrooms have evolved. From one-room schoolhouses to standardized classrooms, education has changed significantly. Traditionally, teacher-led instruction has students passively receiving information. While this approach has shaped education for centuries, it also has its limitations. As we delve deeper, we will explore how traditional methods paved the way for more dynamic models. How did we move from traditional to contemporary methods? Stay with us as we uncover the transformation and introduce the flipped classroom. Welcome to our exploration of innovative teaching methods. Today, we begin an exciting journey into the flipped classroom model. You might be wondering, what exactly is a flipped classroom, and how does it work? In its simplest form, the flipped classroom inverts traditional teaching methods. Instead of listening to lectures in class and tackling assignments at home, students engage with instructional content online before class. Then, classroom time is devoted to deep diving into subjects through interactive, hands-on activities and collaborative discussions. This shift allows for more personalized learning experiences and transforms the teacher's role from lecturer to facilitator. By flipping the script, students take greater ownership of their learning, leading to improved understanding and retention of the material. Let's dive deeper into the flipped classroom, exploring its principles and how it revolutionizes education. The flipped classroom model has evolved significantly over the years. It began with innovative educators who saw the need for a change. The origins trace back to early experiments in blended learning, where technology played a crucial role. Pioneers like Jonathan Bergman and Aaron Sams formalized the concept in the early 2000s. They flipped traditional dynamics, encouraging out-of-class learning with video lectures and freeing up classroom time for interactive activities. Milestones include research studies confirming its effectiveness and widespread adoption globally. Advances in technology and a recognition of student-centered learning have been key to its success. Understanding this evolution helps us appreciate the flipped classroom's potential to revolutionize education. The flipped classroom model presents a dynamic shift in educational paradigms, starkly contrasting traditional approaches. In the conventional classroom, the teacher leads lectures while students passively receive information. This model often faces significant challenges: disengaged students, limited interaction, and a lack of critical thinking opportunities. The flipped classroom addresses these issues by reversing roles. Students engage with content at home through videos and readings, then apply this knowledge in class through collaborative activities and discussions. This creates an interactive, student-centered learning space. Instead of passively observing, students actively participate, engage with peers, and receive personalized guidance from their teacher. Flipped classrooms tend to facilitate deeper understanding, boosted engagement, and enhanced problem-solving skills. Nevertheless, transitioning is not without hurdles. Teachers must design engaging content accessible outside the classroom and create meaningful activities. Technological access and student accountability are crucial factors. Yet, with thoughtful implementation, the flipped classroom model can address many traditional education challenges, offering innovative solutions for modern students. As we delve deeper, let us explore how the flipped classroom can revolutionize student engagement and learning outcomes. The flipped classroom offers a transformative shift in education, with substantial benefits. Firstly, it enhances student engagement. Instead of passively absorbing information, students actively participate in discussions and projects, deepening their understanding through collaboration and critical thinking. This dynamic environment keeps students motivated and invested in their learning journey. Moreover, the flipped classroom model improves learning outcomes. By allowing students to digest lecture materials at their own pace and using class time for interactive activities, students can better grasp complex concepts. Teachers are able to provide more personalized support, addressing individual student needs and fostering deeper comprehension. Flexibility is another significant advantage. The flipped classroom accommodates diverse learning styles and schedules, enabling students and teachers to manage their time effectively. This adaptability is particularly valuable in today's fast-paced world, where balancing multiple responsibilities is essential. As we continue, let's delve into the students' perspective and their experiences with the flipped classroom model. How has this approach impacted their learning and overall educational experience? You'll find their stories both insightful and inspiring. Let's hear from the students themselves. How has the flipped classroom impacted their learning experiences? Students across various subjects have shared their unique perspectives. James, a sophomore, mentions, "It has made a world of difference. The ability to watch lectures at my own pace allows me to absorb the material better and come to class prepared to engage." This sentiment is echoed by Hannah, a senior, who states, "In a traditional setting, I often felt lost during complicated topics. The flipped model gives me the freedom to review content before discussing it in class, boosting my confidence." John, a freshman, highlights, "I appreciate the interactive atmosphere in class now. Instead of passively listening, I'm actively participating and collaborating with my peers. It's a game changer." Not all feedback is purely positive. Sophie, a junior, shares, "Adjusting to this new format was challenging initially. But once I got used to it, I realized the immense benefits. Now, I can't imagine going back to the old way." These varied experiences reflect a common theme. The flipped classroom model empowers students by shifting the focus from passive reception to active engagement. It fosters a collaborative process, leading to deeper understanding and greater academic success. Stay tuned for more success stories made possible by this innovative approach. Here are some inspiring success stories from students who have flourished in the flipped classroom model. From improved academic performance to boosted confidence, these stories highlight the positive impacts of this teaching method. Many students experience new ways to engage with their studies, leading to remarkable results. Take Sarah, who struggled with traditional settings but turned her grades around through the flipped model, discovering a love for learning. James, who dreaded participation, now feels prepared and enthusiastic thanks to the flipped classroom, boosting his overall engagement. Emily, balancing extracurriculars and studies, uses the flexibility of the flipped classroom to manage her time better, excelling academically and on the sports field. These examples demonstrate how the flipped classroom creates a supportive environment where every student can thrive, regardless of their background or learning style. As we move forward, you'll hear more student experiences that highlight the transformative power of the flipped classroom, and learn how educators also benefit from this shift in methodology. Teachers are the backbone of the flipped classroom model. Their experiences provide a unique perspective on its implementation. Today, we dive into their stories to understand the real-world challenges and solutions they've encountered. Many teachers initially faced obstacles transitioning to the flipped classroom. Adjusting to new technology and restructuring lesson plans can be daunting. However, with collaboration and support, they overcame these hurdles. Some teachers discovered the importance of being flexible, adapting to diverse student needs while ensuring that the essence of their teaching remained intact. Another challenge was shifting the classroom dynamic. In a flipped classroom, students take more responsibility for their learning, requiring teachers to facilitate rather than dictate. This shift demanded a change in mindset and teaching philosophy, which wasn't always easy. Nevertheless, teachers rose to these challenges with resilience and creativity. They shared success stories of how the flipped classroom fostered a more engaging and interactive learning environment. By leveraging multimedia tools and encouraging collaborative projects, they improved student participation and comprehension. Teachers also highlighted the power of professional development and peer support. Networking with fellow educators implementing the flipped classroom provided invaluable resources and encouragement. This community has been vital in navigating the complexities of this teaching approach. As we continue, you'll hear more about the innovative classroom activities and the technology that complements the flipped classroom model. Let's look at some of the interactive activities in a flipped classroom. Imagine students collaborating in small groups to solve complex problems or engaging in spirited debates that deepen their understanding. The flipped classroom thrives on active learning, where students lead discussions and share insights. Activities such as peer teaching, where students explain concepts to one another, not only reinforce their understanding but also build a collaborative environment. In this dynamic setting, educators act as facilitators, guiding explorations and providing individualized feedback. These engaging methods make learning meaningful and enjoyable. By promoting hands-on involvement and participation, the flipped classroom transforms passive learning into a vibrant and stimulating experience. Let's see how technology plays a pivotal role in these activities. Technology plays a fundamental role in the flipped classroom. By using various tools and resources, educators can transform learning. From interactive videos to online discussion boards, technological advancements enable a more engaging environment. Teachers can create customized content catering to individual needs, fostering better understanding and allowing students to learn at their own pace. Virtual simulations and educational apps enrich the experience, making complex concepts easier to grasp. In the flipped classroom, technology is the foundation that supports the entire learning structure. It empowers both teachers and students, making education more accessible, dynamic, and effective. As we move forward, you'll see how these tools integrate seamlessly into educational practices, bringing the flipped classroom to life. Let's delve into the insights and research findings from education experts on the flipped classroom model. Experts have thoroughly examined the dynamics and outcomes of this teaching approach. They reveal how flipped classrooms redefine student engagement and improve learning experiences. Experts share that the flipped model empowers students to take ownership of their learning. By engaging with content at home, students come to class better prepared and more eager to participate. This shift fosters a more interactive and collaborative classroom environment. Research findings underscore significant improvements in academic performance and student motivation. Experts attribute these gains to personalized instruction and immediate feedback in a flipped setting. The model's flexibility allows teachers to address diverse learning needs more effectively. You'll see real-world examples of how these expert insights translate into successful practices and outcomes. Every model has its challenges, and the flipped classroom is no different. Educators face hurdles such as student resistance to changes or technological barriers in some schools. However, these challenges are not insurmountable. Solutions have been developed to address these issues effectively. One approach is to gradually introduce students to the new model, helping them adapt to a more self-directed learning style. Schools can seek funding and partnerships to ease the technological transition. Additionally, continuous support and training for teachers can make the implementation smoother and more successful. By addressing these challenges head-on, the flipped classroom can become a more efficient and rewarding educational model. You'll see how these solutions come to life in classrooms, transforming the educational experience. What does the future hold for the flipped classroom model? As we look ahead, it's clear that this approach to education has limitless potential. Emerging trends suggest an increased emphasis on personalized learning, where technology customizes the educational experience for each student. We might see broader integration of virtual and augmented reality, making learning more immersive. Further developments could include greater global collaboration among educators, sharing best practices to refine the flipped classroom model. As educational technology advances, the flipped classroom will adapt, offering even more dynamic experiences. The success of these future developments hinges on staying flexible and responsive to student needs. You'll see how emerging trends can transform education, creating an environment where all students can thrive. Let's hear some final thoughts from students who have experienced the flipped classroom model. These testimonials offer a glimpse into their personal journeys and the positive impact. The flipped classroom has truly transformed my learning experience, one student shares. I feel more engaged and prepared for each class, which has significantly boosted my confidence. Another student chimes in, having access to materials online before class allows me to learn at my own pace. This way, I can better grasp complex concepts and come to class ready to participate in discussions. The interactive classroom activities are a game changer, remarks a third student. They make learning fun and effective, helping us understand the material rather than just memorizing it. These testimonials show that the flipped classroom is not just a method, it is a catalyst for success and engagement. Now, as we close, consider the possibilities flipping can bring to your classroom. In conclusion, the flipped classroom model offers numerous benefits for students and teachers. It enhances engagement, improves learning outcomes, and provides the flexibility needed in today's educational landscape. We've journeyed through its history, challenges, and inspiring success stories. Now, we encourage you to explore and adopt this innovative method. Join the growing community of educators redefining the classroom experience. Experience the transformative power of the flipped classroom. And create an environment where both students and educators can thrive. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Remember, the future of education is in your hands. Together, let's flip the script on learning.